7070 Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up as we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m. we ended up at Live. 3 a.m. we like open. 4 a.m. and I know which girls I'm taking home. Ooh, yeah.
Just spend, make our own, we don't follow the trends. 100 on our own expense. Only live once, so let's take, don't miss. Pour them all out, then reload it. More drinks, more sips, more time getting spent on text. More things that I gotta compare. Let's be honest for once and own it. Lose ourselves and live in the moment. When they doubt, we just show them. Private plane, we just float in.
Don't get put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? Pat him down before he enter. Don't you hang with the ops talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. You is not a printer. Cooped up, make get they suit touch begging. I ain't even got $2 for you. Roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball. You can't jump with me. Ballin' jump, man. Touch hands. We about to bump then. Better bang yours. Cause I bang mine. This ain't happen overnight. It take time. You seen a Super Bowl, the cheat code. Game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. What I want for Christmas too. Does the same time with me, it's game time. But with you, yeah, it's lame time. Hey, keep playing around, get your head. Don't wanna live right, well, alright, leave you dead wrong. Hey, well, okay. I catch the dog, he getting the beats like it's Dre, like the money in the bank. You better play where it's safe. Told him belly fill his tank, run him to the next state. I get down, I get dirty, catch him on the club. Thinking he gon' get a pass from the slide me something. Hungry for it, see an issue and I rub my stomach. Enough paper to make a book, I could get it published. What? You gonna believe me? Think for brown skin, real can see them. Got get a go retrieve it, short small. When that's from Cali with the cheetah print out white curve. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time.
Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. If I got to bring it to you cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Alright, all your men that been to jail before. Whoa, and all them other cats you run with, get done with. 911, all over some dump. Ain't that summer? It's the mommy of clubs. Every time you come around, it's like what? I just got.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This is 2nd and 8. They'll drop the throw. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
This is going to be a corner route to their tight end, and I'll tell you what, it's man coverage, so that makes it hard for a linebacker to stay with him. And he's able to make the catch on the right side of the field and pick up the first down.
Here we go. 60 Bobcats. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
A first down carry for Barkley. The 20. Down to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 163. That moves him past LT and into 3rd place all time. And the Seahawks are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point right down the middle. It's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Go! Ready?
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the run.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Let's go. Undercut. Cowboy 80.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Joshua Purdy to kick off for the Rams.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check mash. Ready.
He's going to try and take off with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
70 Timberwolves. Warriors 70.
They go play action here on 1st down. Walker with a grab, left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
60 by 60, cut 19, cut 19.
He'll look to throw. Gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
Dragon 60, Mustang 19.
Looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. But that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
76,
Now back to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Looking to throw. Holt got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that was
well, boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Well, the Rams at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaking up on that last play.
Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proved that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to look that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
7 Pirates, Cougar 19.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and downfield, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. And when it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 146 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right out and right up the middle.
Give him 40 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Back to throw. Holt. That is caught. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers.
Let's go now.
A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Myers. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 yards. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Let's go.
They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Holt. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Quentin Johnston, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great work, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Rams 21, Seahawks 14. Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, some strong running. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Attention time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Second and 10.
Get it. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
That's multiple times now. He's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 80.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Hey, pass. Street.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Ready? 70, 70, 18 Rattler, go!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught by Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
19 tight.
A final shot before break. Holt. Now a deep one for Johnston. And that's going to be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the 1st half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the 2nd half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches in the NFL, all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
159 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here is 3rd down and 4.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Holt. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Ready, go!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now they'll change things up. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Laying out is Davis, and he's got the football. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They're going to look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down the 20-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. First and goal at the 1.
Ready up! Cowboy 80! Mustang 19!
Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right.
Go!
He's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's their quarterback. His third touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Seahawks have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Come on, come on. 19, start.
Looking to throw. Holt. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down. Holt. That went out wide and intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
70, shot 60, shot 60.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Williams brings it in. And they'll get this down to the 10. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens...
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throwing out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Myers. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Holt. Pass held in by Johnston. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They've yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Come on, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, right?
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Cowboy 80.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Let's go. Ready.
Looking to throw. Holt. And that's out to the flat for Swift. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, defensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rams. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Now the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Next to score, Seahawks 35, Rams 28. Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's Williams here for the catch on the comebacker. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
Ready?
First down, Seattle.
Come on, Dragon 60, 19, charge.
They'll drop to throw. To Barkley on the check down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
You know when I could tell this was going to end really badly? When he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You get one of those tackling machines in the middle on your trail, things are normally ending pretty quickly.
The Seahawks on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, break. Ready.
Back to throw. Holt. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
There's no rest to my shutting down. Whatever I got your money up. Believe what I got, put money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us. I do it for all of my people now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Holt. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Rams first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnston. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 on the Seahawks.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Woods has it complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And a Rams.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
At the 19-yard
Clock
line.
management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. DeAndre Swift. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Oh, good return up past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Let's go now.
He'll keep it himself. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
60 boxes, 60 boxes.
Douglas, the man in motion.
19 tight, 19 tight. Mustang, 19.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you. Do it for myself.
2nd down and 4.
70. Pat to 60. Pat, no street.
Back to throw here. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
He's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. And it is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going.